LEGOLAND Germany 2023, ladies and gentlemen. It is finally happening. The season has opened, and we were there for the opening day. And this is a full tour of the LEGOLAND factory shop, which you have all been waiting for. They have tons of new pieces in there, and I try my best to give you an update on the pieces that they sell there. You probably know they sell batches of 100 grams for 9 euros 90. So this is by far not cheap, but they have quite some good pieces there which are damn cheap at these prices. Let me just start here with the masonry bricks. They have quite a good selection of them in various colors, also rare colors like sand green or dark green. They also have medium nougat. They also have quite a good selection of masonry bricks in 1x4, and like they're between 6 and 9 cents. Then if you buy them, like the 1x2s and 1x4s are a bit more expensive, so this is compared to the prices on Bricklink a little bit cheaper. Then they have loads of just basic bricks, and I would not recommend buying them because they're usually cheaper on other websites like Bricklink, like Brick Owl. Generally speaking, please prepare yourself in advance, because we've met so many people inside this store completely lost. Like this shop blows their mind, right? Because the selection is just too big, and then you end up buying pieces that are probably much more expensive in there than they would be otherwise. So prepare ahead of your trip to the Legoland, and try to identify the pieces that you want specifically. I'm also gonna doing a price guide video where I compare the prices of the factory with the Bricklink average selling prices. So stay away from the basic bricks, because most of them, like a 2x8 brick is, I believe, almost 50 cents, right? That's too much. And in go for that's what I wanted to say. Go for the special pieces, right? I'm gonna just film them in just a second, but I wanted to introduce you to the factory shop with the just regular stuff. I picked a couple of these inverted arches in brown for our trees. They also have regular arches. They now have a dedicated area where they just have light bluish gray bricks like this one, and you can already see this was opening day, ladies and gentlemen, and already some of the bins were empty. So of course they're refilling, they're restocking all the time. But it could of course be the case that when you go there, that the selection of pieces is different, because either they get new pieces or some of the pieces are just sold out sooner or later. So usually the later in the season you go to the Legoland, the worse the selection of pieces gets. This is dark bluish gray. Obviously the gray tones are colors that are very, very popular among like builders of all themes, right? It doesn't really matter if you're a space, a medieval, or a city builder. Everybody needs tons of gray. So that's what they've got there. But they also have many, many special pieces, and I'm gonna get there now. They have animals, right? They're individually priced, so you can see the price tag beneath at the bottom of the bin, right? So they're mostly like average priced, not too cheap, but you always have to consider when you were there, right? It is probably the best option to just pick whatever is interesting for you, whatever your mock needs in a way, or you need for your mock. Because if you buy these pieces on Bricklink, you have to add shipping costs. You never know about the quality of the prices, and so on and so forth. So especially we live in Austria, the shipping prices are usually very high, right? So it's a good idea, of course, to go from there and just buy some pieces. They have these horse blankets which were incredibly popular. Horses for 4 euros, that's also very cheap. Generally speaking, they have a lot of pieces taken from the big medieval knight's castle 10305 that came out last year in summer. So you can basically build the whole castle if you want to with pieces from there. Obviously, it's more expensive to go that route. But if you need horse blankets and stuff, I would recommend buying them there because they're really cheap. Then they have a good selection, a complete aisle of like plant and nature related parts. So you can get all kinds of leaves, palm trees, like grass stems, and so on and so forth in many, many different colors. And the good thing about them is that most of them are very light, right? And that's what matters. Heavy parts cost a lot in the factory shop, and light parts like these leaves here are usually very cheap because they're so light. They are less than a gram usually, which puts them under 10 cents, which is incredible. So we've bought tons of plant pieces there in the factory shop. Also these grass stems, also these classic palm trees, leaves, and so on and so forth. So this is really a place where you can just dip in and buy how many you want, right? They're limited to 100 grams per person and per day. So the best option, of course, is to come with your friends. Not all of the pieces are limited to 100 grams per person. There is a scale in the middle of the shop where you can weigh, and they also weigh the pieces at the cash desk. Also, they have like these big foam pieces, like boat hulls and roller coaster pieces and stuff like that, that are priced individually. Also, I quite love these supports that are really rare, or they have become really rare on Bricklink. And it was pretty hard to film in there because obviously there were so many people. The floor was a mess. And this is the highlight, ladies and gentlemen. This is the aisle with the printed tiles, and I would recommend all of them to you. Right? They have like pictures to put on the wall. They have eating and drinking stuff. They have like this is a radar, I believe. I have no idea where this is from. Donuts in different colors, even newspapers. Then pizza, I believe. We did not take that one because we bought so many last year. Then they have the market. It's not the market street. It's the cafe corner tile, the 2x3 tile. I mean, they cost something, right? They are not free there, but less expensive than if you buy them at a regular Bricklink store, obviously. And we've also talked to a lot of resellers. Unfortunately, there were a couple of resellers in there that just bought to fill up their Bricklink stores, and they say that these are the best prices on the planet. We even know people from America that come to the Legoland Germany factory store. They have these foosball table plates, or they are not plates, they are tiles in green, which was quite interesting to see. We also took one or two of them each, and like a dog missing sign. Then they also have like this rare part coming from the boutique hotel, the last year's modular building, where I believe that this is in the art gallery. So pieces that are unique and that are only come with one set, right? Also, here is the aisle with the regular, like non-printed tiles. Also, a very good selection of them. Newer tiles, like these round tiles in every color you can imagine, right? But, and this is the great thing, they mostly focus on gray tones. They focus on like these earthy tones, brown, tan, black. And this is what people are looking for, right? We don't need, or most people don't need tiles in like medium lavender, but we need for our mocks, we need gray, we need tan, we need like all of these colors. They also have like these 2x6 tiles now, and here and there you find loads of printed tiles. They also have a big selection of Technic stuff. We are not Technic experts, so I cannot tell you what the highlights are there. But next time, probably when we're there and when there are less people, we will go also into the Technic section and show you what Technic parts. Somebody told us that there's a car rims for €8, right? So they do not cost €8 there, but they can be purchased on Bricklink for more than €8, obviously. These are flowers, right? Also a very little and light part, very cheap in a way, in different colors. So if you build a city like we do, you can really like improve the style of your city with these pieces, right? This is what we're all wishing for, having like the good parts. This is another newspaper, I believe. Oh, I have already filmed these. I was so confused and blown away by all the pieces that I actually did not know where I have already filmed and stuff. And we've seen a lot of people that were just totally confused upon entering, and then at the end of the day, they did not buy one single piece. And on the other hand, we saw people like exiting the store with pieces worth probably thousands of euros. Whatever type you are, right? Once again, make your plans ahead, right, of visiting, and try to track the pieces that you want, verify how much they are on Bricklink or elsewhere, because it really doesn't make sense to buy pieces there which are like half the price elsewhere. They also have like mobile phones in different colors. They have like fruit printed tiles with strawberries. I have no idea what that is, but it seems to be a new piece. And also like pieces from Monkey Kid sets. This is a piece, a tile, 1x2 tile that has like this pig printed on it. I've never seen this elsewhere. Also an exclusive tile that otherwise we at least would never have been gotten, right? And yeah, it's just the way it is, right? They also have a quite a good selection of these transparent tiles if you plan to do something exotic and funky. And also now they have included like stunts pieces, so whoever wants to upgrade their loopings and their stunts, like half pipes for their motorcycles, this is the place to go, ladies and gentlemen. They also have these like these big ramp pieces. I'm sure they're not very cheap because they are quite heavy, but it makes sense for a lot of people to actually buy from there. And we've seen employees, like we were there on opening day, and employees were busy all the time refilling the bins and trying to take care of all customers, asking questions. And so this is the scale, so you can verify the weight and also the price of your pieces when you're there, which is good. They also sell big plates, like base plates, but I would not recommend buying them from there because they're more expensive usually than in other stores. Usually we get them for cheaper on Amazon or other stores, right? So it's just crazy to see all the people running around. Then they have this glass cupboard with extra parts, so you can there buy motors for your Technic mocks and other stuff like train tracks and like gearboxes, motors, suspensions. They have Jedi lightsaber, Star Wars lightsabers, motorcycles. You can see the price like in the back on these white panels here, and they have, I think, the biggest selection of Lego animals that I have ever seen, right? They have cats, dogs, chicken, cows, all forms of different animals, right? So they even have these new animals that come with the 2023 city sets. They have llamas, they have parrots, they have flamingos, rabbits, bears, babies, very popular, also owls, and they still also sell these animal rescue animals from the 2021-2022 city line, I believe. So these elephants, the white lion, and so on and so forth, which are quite rare actually. And what a lot of people are doing is they are buying the annual pass, which is pretty cheap. It costs around 100 euros, and one like park admission is around 60 if you do not book your ticket in advance. So, and if you have the annual pass, not the cheapest one, but the two better categories, you get a voucher leaflet. And sorry for the bad camera here. And within that voucher leaflet, you will find a coupon that gives you 20% off on one entire purchase. So what people are doing most of the time is they collect all the pieces that they want and then like redeem that 20% off voucher, which really is a lot actually. We always do that. You get one of these voucher leaflets per annual pass. So if you have a family or if you go there with friends, each and every single one can collect one of these voucher leaflets at the office, at the information desk right at the entrance of the park. So I would recommend doing that if you plan to buy something, because there's also a voucher code for 25% on one single item, and this can also be an exclusive Lego set. So just imagine you buy a big Star Wars UCS set, you get like 100 or 150 euros off, which already pays for your annual pass. What do we see here? Like also a lot of special pieces. They have a lot of these glass panels, which is really cool. I picked a lot of them, to be honest with you, because they're mostly cheaper than on Bricklink, and there we usually also buy used Lego, but you cannot really buy used glass panels because then most of the time they're pretty scratched, right? And this is a continuation of the printed tiles. So we have this bicycle lane, we have honeycombs, we have these paintings that probably come with friend sets, pizza boxes, and all kinds of like tree trunks. This is a very limited tile taken from the A-frame cabin, I believe, the radar, and so on and so forth. So it was a bit hard to film. Sorry for the fast camera, and probably the autofocus is having a hard time sometimes, but it was just, yeah, crazy what was going on in there. And at least I hope that you can see something. Also, they have quite a good selection of fences and these burps and lurbs. They are not cheap because they're heavy pieces, but compared to Bricklink, and you have to include, as a matter of fact, that prices on Bricklink have skyrocketed over the last couple of months. They're like, if you're there, right, and you have some space in your luggage, right? Why not just pick a couple of fence pieces or other pieces that really would improve your city? We always like, sometimes we go there by train, sometimes we go there by car, and no matter how we travel there, we always have like full bags and empty wallets when we exit. But this is just a place where we really can like enjoy ourselves and make the best out of it. It's always worth visiting, and every single time we're there they have new pieces, right? So we cannot guarantee. This footage was taken on the 25th of March. So probably next time we are there, or also you are there, the selection of parts is a little bit different. They restock, they try to do their best to always have all the parts ready. But obviously they first of all get new parts in. We are curious to see what they got this year. And secondly, sometimes parts also like simply sell out, right? And very often it's the cheapest parts in comparison to Bricklink that are like sold out very early in the year. But we never know, like we don't work for the Legoland, so we don't know what their strategy is this time around. They also, like, we are gonna show you an updated video, full tour video of the Legoland minifigure shop. This video is gonna come in the next couple of days, and then we will just see how it progresses and how we can update you on our future visit. We will definitely go there again soon. All right. Thank you very much for tuning into this video, and see you next time.